This morning we're driving 25 kilometers from Mysuru just to score a biryani. Such is Karnataka's love for this meat and rice dish. Call it a biryani or a palav, that one will find a local favorite in almost every part of the state, where faithful patrons gather every morning, even before the cooking is over, just to bask in the rich, spiced aromas that waft out from the pot. For that aroma, sarado gama gama parimala barta ide. Waiting patiently for the share to be served to them. The meat here is not the delicate fall-off-the-bone type that city slickers may be used to. Instead, it warrants a bit of an effort, rewarding you with robust, deep, and beautifully spicy flavors. Most of these establishments began quietly, decades ago, with no grand plans other than to feed local folks. Yet over 30 years, this village eatery in Bannur has become a reluctant culinary landmark. Namaskara folks, this is Kripal Amanna, Gourmet on the road, and you're watching Food Lovers TV. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and strong. So this morning we've set out from Mysuru to a place called Bannur. Now Bannur, for those in the know, is also where the special Bannur mutton comes from. Now the Bannur mutton or the Bandur curry is a different story altogether. And some time ago I had filmed an episode on the Bandur curry. If you haven't caught it yet, I'm going to link the episode in the description below. But today is not about the Bandur curry. We're driving to Bannur to taste a biryani or a palav at this place that has been cooking it over a traditional wood fire for the last 30 years. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and out here the biryani is served only for breakfast. So stick around till the end of the episode. This should be interesting. A short scenic drive later, we arrived at Mahesh Military Hotel, Bannur. Always a good sign to see people waiting patiently at the table. Even before the doors have officially opened for the day. Tells me that the biryani should be interesting. Namaskara. ಎಷ್ಟು time ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? The aromas wafting from the pots on the wood fire in this village kitchen instantly drew me in. Well, the biryani has just emerged from the fire, and Mr. Ramegowda, the owner and also the chef here, is stirring that rice into that meat. So ready ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸರ್? ಓಯ್ ದಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಈಗ. ಇದು ಏನು ಸರ್? ತುಪ್ಪ. ಹಳ್ಳಿ ತುಪ್ಪವಾ? They call it halli tuppa or village ghee, but its thick texture suggests it might be a blend containing vegetable fat. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿ ಕರಿಯುವುದಾ ಪಲಾವ್ ಕರಿಯುವುದಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Well, on top of the palav there is some halli tuppa that is gone. And then they're covering it with some leaf just so that it gets ready for dum.
टेस्ट करेगा.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ taste.
नाटी मरी.
नाटी मरी.
गौड़ा है. देवेगौड़ा है ना वैसा गौड़ा.
Charcoal is then heaped on top of the lid to seal the pot for the final dum. It is tedious, back-breaking work, and I watched Nagabhushan and his father, Ramegowda, laboring over the stoves in a kitchen that offers very little ventilation. ಅದು ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹಾಕ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್?
ಮಟನ್ ಕುರ್ಮಾ.
ಕುರ್ಮಾ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನು?
ಮಟನ್ ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿ, ಮಟನ್ ಕುರ್ಮಾ.
Well, things are very hot out here. ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಲಾವ್?
120 130.
120 130 ಪಲಾವ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್.
30 kg 20 kg 30 20.
ಸೊ 30 kilos ಏನು ರೈಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಮಟನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
20 kilos ರೈಸ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಮಟನ್ ಇದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೀವು?
ಮೇಕೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ
ತಗರು ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬಂಡೂರ್ ಕುರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
ಬಂಡೂರ್ ಕುರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಕಿರಗಾಂವ್ ಸಂತೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸಂತೆ ತರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಡಕರು. ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನಾವು ಕೆಜಿ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಜಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು 50 ಕೆಜಿ 40 ಕೆಜಿ 30 ಕೆಜಿ
ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
20 ಕೆಜಿ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ.
ಸೊ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿ? ಒನ್ ಟೈಮ್.
ಮಂಗಳವಾರ ಒಂದದಪ್ಪ. ಭಾನುವಾರ 2 ಕಿಟ. Sunday time 2 times.
Sunday times 2 times ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So if you want a mutton biryani, you got to come here on a Tuesday, Friday and a Sunday, and only from 8 a.m. to about 11 a.m. And the rest of the time, if you come for a lunch, well, you'll get the white rice, you'll get the mudde, you'll get the mutton kurma, you'll get the boti, the chicken saru, tale mamsa. Adén sir adu?
Sambar.
Oh, sambar. Adaleno?
Charbi.
Charbi? Oh, I can see some fat that's floating on that sambar. And I'm told that sambar is had with the palau, and that charbi in that gives it extra flavor. I love the manner in which that charbi is listlessly just sitting there on that sambar, rendering its fatty flavor into that curry.
Almost
So out here the palau doesn't have too much charbi, but if you want some charbi, if you want some extra fatty flavor, well, they will serve it to you on the side. I've been standing here only for a few minutes and my eyes are already watering. And these people spend hours here working that biryani.
Not hours, day,
working
full
that
day.
palau, huh?
Not hours, full day.
Full day.
Full day here only.
ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಡೇ ಆದರೆ 4:30.
4:30.
4:30 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಜೆ 4:30.
It was heartening to see the next generation's equal commitment to this morning Bannur Palav tradition. ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಮ್ಮು ಬಿಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಟರ್ ಹೀರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
So I asked him, I said, how do you know that the dum is done? He says, well, the water rises to the top and then begins to condense. That's when I know the dum is done. There's some people out there who are getting impatient for the biryani. But biryani goskara ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ biryani ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ wait ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ? ನಾವು ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿಗೆ rush ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. All good things come to those who wait. And in this case, the Mutton Palav at Mahesh Military Hotel here in Bannur. The lid, still bearing the spent embers, finally made its way outside, a visual cue letting the waiting patrons know the palav is ready. Oh, you can now see that tuppa has formed small puddles atop that palav. And now that palav is being jostled awake after its rest during the dum. For that aroma. Sir, ado gama gama parimala barta ide. Wow. The intense meaty aroma rising from the freshly opened pot only served to fuel the din of the impatient diners gathered here. Next, glistening chunks of fat are scooped up from the sambar and heaped directly atop the rice. The service here is as rustic as the village setting itself. Rice is heaped onto leaf plates and meat pieces are carefully measured and served alongside those rich chunks of fat, all while the kitchen operates under the constant pressing rumble of waiting customers. Well, we've just emerged from the heat of the kitchen and so also the palav. You had customers waiting impatiently and now everybody is quiet. Everybody is focused on the palav, on the LA in front of them. There's also some sambar that's steaming away, busy. It has just emerged from that cooker. I can't wait to dive into this palav. The palav is here. Well, that sambar is steaming away. So out here, the palav is a 3-part act. So you of course have the palav with the mutton and then there is the charbi. And that charbi is cooked with some masala to make the sambar and then is kept aside. So those who want a little more fat, well, they can also ask for the charbi. The sambar comes as a default in place of a sherwa. And then of course you also have some masru bhaji, some onions, tomato and yogurt. You got to pardon the audio here because this is a noisy place. We are in Bannur village and people out here are assertive when it comes to demanding their biryani or their palav. That rice is nice and moist. Moist but doesn't really clump together. I can taste loads of pepper in the flavor of that rice. Also, it's warm. Also, on my fingers, I can certainly feel a bit of that pasty greasiness that comes from the fat, or perhaps that halli tuppa, whatever it was that went on the rice just before it was sealed for dum. Also some tomato here that you can also taste to the bite. This is a pulao where the spice grows on you with every bite that you take. Initially it was warming, now I can definitely feel the intensity of the heat build up in my mouth. Having said that, let's get on to the meat. Not the sort that will fall off the bone. Certainly has a bit of a chew, but that's typically the way people love to eat their mutton in places like these. They want to bite on their meat. They don't like meat that just slithers off the bone or just dissolves away in their mouth. They want to get a grip, a hold on the meat in their mouth. Not too much of the garam masala there. You're tasting mostly the flavor of the meat, the flavor of the meke, the goat. That's really what you're tasting in the meat. I think when it comes to a pulao, you'll find most of the flavor of the spices in the rice. So if you want to taste a little more of the oomph, get a bit of the meat and mix that along with the rice. And that's the perfect bite. And of course, there's also the mutton sambar that you can introduce to the pulao. This is almost like a shorba, a soup, what they call a kal soup, but of course this is not made with the trotters. This is the fat and the mule and the bones that go into it. So the consistency and the flavor is that of a light bone broth. Definitely a lot of coriander that's gone into this. And I think this is where a lot of the spice mix goes in. And now for some of that charbi, some of the fat. Get a nice dunk of it in that mutton sambar because that's what it was cooked in. Parts of it easily melt away, and there's some parts which have a bit of an elasticity as you chew on it. Well, if you like things fatty, you can certainly try it. But as for me, I think there's a fair bit of the fattiness that you find in that pulao and also floating atop that mutton sambar. Sambar mutton is there? Ready there? Ready? He said, well, we also have the mutton kurma ready. I said, let's try it. So as I was saying, this is a typical village pulao and that's really the sort of flavors that you're tasting. So you found your way here at 8 o'clock in the morning. You've driven from somewhere, perhaps Bengaluru or Mysuru. The sort of warming flavors that make for a great welcome here in Bannur. Also the sort of pulao that grows on you with every scoop of the rice. Oh, kurma. Fantastic. Well, this is what they call the mutton kurma. Basically the same gravy as the mutton saru, but this one is the meat. You can certainly see there's a bit of fat in every piece of the meat. My favorite, the nalli mule. You gotta chew on your meat before you can ingest it. Even in the kurma, the flavors that you taste is that entirely of the meat. It's only in the rice that you're tasting the heat of the pepper and perhaps some of the other spices that go into it. But otherwise in the meat, you're really tasting the flavor of the animal. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಾಳ್ಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. You have to be a little patient. Unless you're the first one in the door. When we came in, there were already people waiting there. If not, well, be prepared for a bit of a wait. You know, these are the sort of comforting flavors that truly grow on you. I have a few shoots lined up for the day, so I thought I'll probably taste maybe 1/3 or perhaps at the most half of the pulao. But here I am, down to my last quarter of the pulao. Such is its simple appeal. It's not the sort that's going to blow you away with huge flavors, with a sort of meat that's going to fall dramatically off the bone. It's a ruddy, simple, but strong pulao. I think much like the family of Mr. Ramegowda that tends to the flames beginning every morning at 5 a.m. just so that they can feed the people of Bannur and travelers this pulao. So if you like a nice village style pulao, definitely find your way to Mahesh Military Hotel here in Bannur and taste the mutton pulao. If you come here in the afternoon, well, they don't have the pulao, but they do a white rice soota. You can get the boti, the tale mamsa, the mutton korma, and also some chicken curry. Until the next time, take care, stay safe, stay strong, and happy eating. So, ಎರಡು ಪುಲಾವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕುರ್ಮಾ.
Sir, 620.
ಪುಲಾವ್ಗೆ
220.
220.
Mutton 180.
180.
India.
Well, 220 rupees for the pulao and 180 rupees for the mutton korma. I think the pulao is certainly more than worth the price. If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As and a lot more. You could support us on our Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment below. Happy eating!